Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis, and along with Trent Haston, we're your hosts. We're glad you're spending your Sunday morning with us. Whether you're in the car or on the couch, you're always at home with Roby. Visit us today at andrewroby.com. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. Or you can always click on the At Home with Roby tab at WBT.com. Folks, we're still joined by Amy Vermillion. She was with us in the last segment. We talked a lot about trends and design. We talked about your house, living upstairs in a lawn chair. That's a whole, if you didn't catch that, go to iTunes. You can get the show. You can kind of find out about her IMAX theater in her upstairs bedroom. But what's happening now? You just designed your house. You just redid it. What are you seeing that's out there that are hot trends for designs in homes?
Well, I think that, we're getting into this whole sort of theory of clean, what I call clean design, which is monochromatic with pops of color, of course, but, using color very thoughtfully and thinking really, about space and about finishes. But I think the reason we're going here is because there's so much inundation out there with digital and just so much going on that when people come home, they want this relaxed space that functions really well and is beautiful. Yep. And so we've gotten away from busy backsplash designs and things like that. We've gone to full height backsplashes with the marble slabs and the quartz and the quartzites. Certainly high end appliances because people are cooking more at home. And even if they're not cooking at home, they're certainly entertaining at home. So they have, staff that can work in the kitchen with them. Yep. So we're seeing a lot for colors. We're still seeing white and gray kitchens. People ask me all the time, what do you think? Is a white kitchen out? Well, first of all, white kitchen's never out. Yeah. It's classic. It's beautiful. As long as the appointments are right, I think. And if you love it, it's never out. As far as gray is here to stay, my friends. It is here to stay.
Gray's the new black.
Gray is the new black. That's right. And 45 is the new 30, by the way. And we've got a lot of natural materials, but people are also turning towards the quartzes a little bit. And I'll just speak to that. So you've got granite as a price point, and then the middle is marble, and then from there is quartzite. And quartz, the man-made material, people get quartz and quartzite confused all the time. Quartz is a man-made material that has elements of natural stone and mica, but it is considered a man-made material. It's a lower price point, and it's durable as heck. Then you've got granite, which people are getting away from. Marble people love, but it stains quite easily. It's very porous.
Hold on. Why are people getting away from granite?
People tell me they don't like the very busyness, the specklediness of a granite. They love the long vein of a marble.
People like to be able to control what the pattern is, huh?
Well, you can't really control a vein on a marble, but I'll speak to that for a minute. As a good designer, what you always want to make sure that you do is after your client's cabinets have been built and the marble fabricator comes out to what we call a template, I go to the actual marble shop and I look at the templates and the layouts with the fabricator to make sure, hey, she's getting the best piece for her island, and we love the way the direction of that is. So yeah, in a way we can control the direction of the...
But with quartzite, you can.
Well, and let me talk to that. Quartzite you can't because it's actually a hybrid of marble and granite. So it has the properties of granite, but it has the look of marble, and it has the price tag of the heavenly skies.
Gold of 5 years ago.
Quartz is actually a lot less expensive. You can control it because it's a man-made, and we are seeing a lot of quartz, which is different than quartzite. How do they make quartz?
I didn't realize that.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to go rock hunting up in the power lines and collected quartz crystals, and they were not man-made.
Okay, well, that's kind of, so what they do is they kind of put it all together in a big stew with some glue. No, with some rosin and some substrate, put it all together and form it into your slabs. Mm-hmm. So, and we've got a lot of people that formerly kind of turn up their nose at quartz, but it's actually, they've gotten really good at doing some stamp patterns and things.
Interesting. So what's the latest in the shotgun industry?
Oh boy. Well, people are always really surprised to learn that I shoot sporting clay. I picked it up about a year ago.
When I see the pictures of you shoot, it looks like you took it up longer than a year ago.
Well, thank you. You're so kind. They say that women make the best snipers, which I think is interesting because we're hyper-focused and we'll take good direction.
I have a few ex-girlfriends that can attest to that.
Okay, I don't know. Yikes.
Those are ex-wives.
Yikes. Yeah, or something, or somebody. I shoot a 20 gauge, and I have a beautiful Beretta A400 Explorer for any of you gun people out there with a 28-inch barrel and an automatic recoil on the back.
Oh my gosh, I got to write that down.
Yeah, and I shoot sporting clay, which is different than skeet.
Yes. found that out.
Sporting clay.
Explain
okay,
that,
I'm going to
please.
tell you the difference. So people always say, oh, you shoot skeet. And I said, no, I shoot clay. And the difference is what a clay is it simulates the animal. I don't hunt yet, but it simulates the animal direction. So if it is a rabbit, the clay comes out and shoots along the ground.
Mm-hmm.
If it is a quail, it has a flight pattern. So, and they set up the course by which way the animal is kind of, and that's how clay got started. So you're shooting, actually, it's always different, which is exciting. And you kind of, watch the clays go up and figure out which way you're going to hit it. And then you shoot it. And that's it.
So what's skeet?
Skeet is a clay that comes out, but it comes out the same way every time.
I think there was a rapper when I was growing up. He used to say skeet, skeet, skeet.
Yeah, that's
I think that was something
that's
else.
it. You got
buddy.
it.
That
You got
wasn't the
it.
same thing.
I want to know when you guys are going to come shooting with me. I know
I
your
would
brother
love to.
wants to come. Travis wants to come.
Yeah.
I told Trenton in an earlier segment, I did it down in Texas, and it was a different
That's
stations.
some serious clay shooting.
It was a huge ranch.
Yeah, I love it.
And some were coming at you, some were going across,
exactly
some were
right.
going away from you. That was just a lot of, I won, by the way.
Oh, look at you.
Little team building thing.
Cool.
I have to come
Cool.
down.
So is Beretta the name of the game in the sporting
Oh, for me it
clay
is, but there's
industry?
also Benelli. I mean, there's a
Benelli?
ton of different shotguns. There's also shotguns made, just for women. But I don't discriminate.
Well, you
I'll
did
see
say
you, Brett, all
you
day
did
long.
say you were an elitist off there.
Oh
so.
Lord,
But
we'll go
right,
there.
Now I got a buddy that's a big hunter or goes hunting down in the swamps of Mississippi or something, and he says he wants to take me. He's a good friend of mine, and he's got a Benelli. I think
He's got a
he's
Benelli.
really nice, and he's like, it's not good unless you use it as an oar when you got to.
Oh Lord, there's always everybody's very partial to their guns. So like there are people, there are Winchester people and there are Beretta people.
Like car guys, you're either a Ford or a Chevy.
Well, it's kind of like I went to that tractor show a couple months ago, and I didn't know, but this it's like race cars, right?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Folks, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the At Home with Roby show. We were talking about interior design with Amy Vermillion. Now we're talking about gun choices.
No, let's get back on topic.
skeet shooting,
What are
and
we
it's-
seeing? What's the hot stuff in master bathrooms?
It's funny. We're seeing, the formerly huge bathroom is getting smaller because people have figured out that, they don't need to have a 6-piece band up in their bathroom or entertain. So we're actually using that space really thoughtfully now and giving maybe more of that space to a closet.
Yep.
Of course, tubs, people still want to take a tub, whether it's, with air or not. We're also doing, of course, towel warmers and things like that, but we're also doing what's called a little morning kitchen, usually as a transition between a master bedroom and a bathroom, or it could be in the bedroom itself. And what that is usually a little beverage center, maybe a little Nespresso to make a coffee in the morning, a little place just to have, especially if you have chairs and a sofa in your bedroom, you can get away from the kids, have a glass of wine or a beer. So it's just, it's almost like a tiny little, we call it a morning kitchen.
Cool. That's good. I have a Keurig. My closet.
You got a Keurig?
Attached to my bath. You go through my bathroom to get to my closet, which is really cool layout. But I have a Keurig. I don't have
I'm going to bump you up to an
refrigerator.
espresso so we can get
I don't
you
have
a
an
little-
espresso.
you got you a little
I'm like
espresso.
high class redneck.
Nice.
Now he
I
knows
like
what
that.
to ask for Christmas.
Yeah, an
right?
And you know
espresso.
what? In my Keurig, I can still drink Folgers coffee.
You love that Folgers. I've watched this radio show before,
school.
listened to it
It's
before.
what it is.
You
I'm
love
old
you some
school.
Folgers.
I read an article the other day, Trent, that said that people who drink black coffee are more prone to be psychopaths.
Well, I'm
There you
right
go.
on target.
Okay.
Amy, how can folks get in touch with you if they want to take part in your services?
Okay, well, they can go to our website
Yep.
at amyvermillion.com, and you can look us up on Instagram. People love to see what we're doing every day, little snapshots of client projects and things. So we're on Instagram and we're on Pinterest. We have a Facebook page, or,
You're out there.
we're out there.
You're
We're
out
out there. We're very out there.
I look at Pinterest, not a lot, but when I do look at Pinterest, you have some amazing stuff on Pinterest.
Well, thank you
You're
very
very
much.
prolific there, and I think people should go there and check it out. We've talked about Pinterest before on the show. It's a great place to get ideas. Of things you
Absolutely.
want
How
to do.
about House? Are you on House?
I'm on House. I don't know that the majority of my clients come from House, just because I think House is, I think it's a really good resource for people who want to get ideas. But, a lot of times, and I do want to take a second to speak to this, a lot of times people will call us and say, I want the paint color for that room. And we can't give it to them because it's custom and someone's paid
yeah.
for it. So we want to be helpful,
Right.
but we have to keep
Shit,
it.
dang.
So hey, hold that thought, because that's a great point. Hold that. Stay with it. You'll stay through the break again.
I
Is
hope
that good?
so.
You'll just be on the whole show.
I love it.
I love
I love it.
All right. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.